Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Adam22. I know you haven't seen me on here in a while. I haven't done the news in quite some time. I was at Rolling Loud, and there was an insane amount of stuff that went down in Rolling Loud, which I unfortunately did not really get to do a video covering. But I am back, and I am ready to continue to feed you guys the news that I know you want. That being said, please drop a like down below. Please drop a comment, and please subscribe because we're getting dangerously close to that 1 million subscriber landmark. Let's get right into some news. So first things first that I want to talk about, check out this Offset tweet. He wrote, "New laws is slavery. To force a rape victim to keep a child is slavery. I'm not proud to say I'm from America." So what he's talking about here are some of the laws that are being passed in a lot of southern states that are making it damn near impossible for a woman to have an abortion. Offset not feeling it. He's looped in the Cardi B cycle. He's concerned with women's rights now, and I have to say that I agree with him. I think he's right. I haven't been super vocal about this on social media or anything, but obviously I think that a woman's rights to choose is very, very important. Well, anyway, he corrected himself soon after. Look, I misspelled the word from anger. Sorry, y'all, because, if you guys didn't catch this the first time around, he wrote slavery, instead of slavery. So, yeah, a little bit of a spelling error there, but that's not where this ends because somebody felt the need to take aim at him. Check out CJ Pearson here. Offset, in between cheating on your wife, I hope you take the time to pick up a dictionary. It's slavery, not slavery. And if you're not proud to be an American, leave. Now, I'm not exactly sure who the CJ Pearson guy is or anything, but Offset did take it upon himself to respond. He got 20,000 retweets too, and he said, "In between your time, you should look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself why you as a black man support Republicans and Trump, people who give a FUK about abortions more than black men getting killed and targeted by police. Bless up, brother." So yeah, a little bit of a controversy stewing there. We don't often see the Migos dive into politics, but this was an interesting one to see go down. Next story. Okay, fresh out of the No Jumper group chat, check this out. Lil Xan took his story and he wrote, "LOL, I put so many people onto Jumex and now he blocked me. I was just trying to help him get some more exposure. Maybe one day he'll realize that was a bridge that he didn't want to burn. These new jits are weird. Anyway, I blew up back in the good old days when you didn't have to have someone funding everything you put out. I still love the music though, bro. You'll make it big one day." So that's Lil Xan sort of low-key calling Lil Jumex an industry plant and being pissed off. He doesn't understand exactly why he was blocked. Well, we got some answers today because Jumex took to his story and he wrote, "I look out for the people that I love and care about. Sorry, Xan, but when you hang out / support pedophiles that seduced / sexually harassed my younger brother, I can't respect that." Now, we don't really know what this is in reference to. I checked out the Instagram for the sad crawd dude, and I'm not really sure exactly what he's talking about. Like, who the hell would Xan be hanging out with that would have done that? I have no idea. So this story is sort of unfolding. But anyway, we had Xan fire back. He actually screenshotted Jumex's post, and he wrote, "Sorry, Jumex, but I don't support pedos either, and I've made that clear in many interviews. I'm not trying to start unnecessary beef. You believe what you believe in, and I'll believe what I believe in. I genuinely F with your music, and I will still put people on because it's good, but let's just leave it right here like civil people." So yeah, sort of a weird conclusion to this. I don't know who Lil Xan is hanging out with that may have done something inappropriate with Jumex's little brother, but interesting stuff. Next story. How about a little bit of Denzel Curry news? Well, I guess Denzel Curry has announced that there's a listening party for a project called Speedboat. Now, we don't necessarily know that this is a full album. Is it an EP? Is it a mixtape? We don't really know, but there's something coming from Denzel Curry. It's called Speedboat, and I'm very, very interested to see what this is like. I actually sort of accosted Denzel Curry when we were at Rolling Loud and basically told him, like, I want to do this interview, and he kind of let me know that he doesn't feel like he necessarily needs to do another interview right now, and I told him, I'm like, I'm gonna hit you up with notes, and I'm gonna tell you, because I feel like there's a really good conversation that we could have. I just have to sort of brainstorm up what the content might be. So that's something that you might want to be looking forward to. But the Speedboat project, we're definitely going to be looking forward to that. Next story. NLE Choppa has been making all kinds of news on the scene lately, and he actually has an interview in the works. It was supposed to happen this week, but a bunch of stuff got moved around. Didn't end up happening. Anyway, he's been compared to NBA YoungBoy a whole lot over the past few months that he's been out, and a fan actually made things heat up. A fan dropped a comment on one of his photos. He wrote, "Wanna be young boy so bad." And Choppa actually responded. He said, "Bitch, you sound dumb as hell. I'm half Jamaican and Don Dada is a Jamaican slang term. Shut yo dumb ass up. Y'all MFers think young boy started everything. So if anything, young boy is trying to be a Jamaican. F you talking about." So yeah, I don't really consider myself to be so deeply intertwined in this that I could offer an opinion on who's fake Jamaican, who's really Jamaican. It doesn't really seem like something I should have anything to say about, but very interesting. I guess that sort of clarifies exactly where this relationship is at right now. Okay, so next story. I'm sure most of you know that Kodak Black was arrested at Rolling Loud and was not able to perform his set as planned. Well, that was related to a gun that apparently he bought, and allegedly he lied on the application for the gun and said that he had never been indicted for a felony or something along those lines, and he was sort of confused by the wording there, and so I guess that was what they originally picked him up for. But it seems that the case against Kodak Black is actually much more serious. There's a lot of talk going around about how his fingerprints have been found on a gun and everything. This is actually complicated enough that I'm just going to read this to you guys from this article on hotnewhiphop.com. According to TMZ, federal prosecutors claim that they are in possession of evidence linking Kodak Black to a March shooting taking place near his old stomping grounds in Pompano Beach. The report indicates that Kodak Black is likely to have played a direct role in the shooting, as his fingerprints figure on the gun that inevitably jammed up in the heat of the moment. They also found a Porsche Panamera rented out to Kodak that week, abandoned 14 miles from the crime scene. Investigators proceeded to download the vehicle's GPS navigational component and were thus able to pinpoint the Panamera within the Golden Acres neighborhood when the shooting took place. And to make matters worse, the feds say that they have witnesses to prove that he was there. A licensed arms dealer in Florida then provided the authorities with a transcript of Kodak Black's purchase record at the store, indicating the sale of 3 weapons in total and over 100 rounds of ammunition. Okay, they go on to say Kodak's attorney Bradford Cohen has so far debunked the authenticity of these findings. Witnesses came forward to us as well and stated they did not see Kodak Black at the scene that night. So yeah, basically Kodak looks like he's in hot shit. They got serious evidence against him to suggest that he was involved with the shooting that took place, and yeah, it's not looking good for him considering that he was already out on probation, parole, whatever, and he also has all these other charges hanging over his head from the sexual assault, all kinds of stuff. So basically Kodak, it is not looking good, and this is really a disappointing situation for anybody who loves Kodak's music, because based on this, it does not seem like we're going to be seeing Kodak for quite some time. Next story. Okay, and so let's just do a little bit of an update on NBA YoungBoy. Everybody wants to know what's going on with him. Well, he was locked up after the situation that emerged in Miami where someone tried to kill him, and actually a person was killed, but it was just a bystander. It wasn't anybody that actually was involved in this situation. Well, NBA YoungBoy is currently locked up in a Baton Rouge jail, but his attorney is speaking out on his behalf. He put out a statement that NBA YoungBoy made to him. YoungBoy said that he is a victim of an assassination attempt, and this is the most salient point. He said that I wish they would have gotten me, not him. So we're not exactly clear if NBA YoungBoy is saying that he wants to die so much as saying that he just feels horrible about what happened with this other guy who was just hit randomly during this whole commotion. So we'll see if NBA YoungBoy is back on the streets soon. Fingers crossed about him and Kodak. Okay, so we got 2 more stories we're going to end this with, and both of them are about DaBaby, whose album is out now and is doing quite well. Well, DaBaby had a situation where he was doing a meet and greet, and a fan approached him to take a photo, and let's just say it got a little bit too close. Take a look at this right here. So as you can see there, a fan committed a crime that not a lot of people necessarily know about this, but this is definitely a real thing. You go to take a photo with a fan, and they just wrap their hand around your waist. Feels weird. It really just doesn't feel right. It's like, what are you doing? Like, I'm not a girl. I'm not your girlfriend. Don't put your fucking hand around my love handle, you freak. Well, I hate when fans do that, just for the record. But DaBaby was caught on camera objecting to it, and it was just one of the funniest things I've seen in recent memory, because let's be real, it's not a good idea to put your hand around another man's love handle. I mean, DaBaby's in great shape. He probably doesn't really have a love handle, but either way, like, think about this area. I don't want a dude touching this area of my body. That's weird, right? Okay, and so for our other story about DaBaby, basically he was playing a show and a fan wanted to talk to him, was trying to get over to see him or whatever, and I guess this fan actually had performed at the show as an opener or whatever, and got a little bit overzealous, and DaBaby's security ended up beating the dog shit out of him to the point where he was in a coma. So yeah, the baby was not actually involved with this in any way, but his security, they took care of this dude. They beat the dog crap out of him. I'm not going to actually show the video because TMZ has it, so for copyright reasons as well as not wanting to get demonetized, let's just not show it. But yeah, basically the fan was getting way too crazy and they beat the crap out of him. And it actually looked yesterday as if there was a good chance that the fan might actually die, but it seems like he's doing all right. I'm sure that there's lawsuits on the way. That always happens in a situation like this. But yeah, apparently the guy's in a stable condition. Well, we actually have a quote from his mom here. She said, "What is most important to me is I just want my son to get better. I could have lost my son. I'm only 49 and I'm not ready to lose my children. None of them. That's why I'm always telling them, don't do stuff that you're not supposed to do. To see someone beating your son's head in like that, use your foot to kick him, how could you do this? That's the only thing I can ask them. Why? Why is it worth it?" Now, you got to hear both sides because let's be real. From the security's perspective, this guy was probably tripping out. So we don't really know necessarily. I don't think we have enough information to determine if his mother is tripping or if he actually did deserve the beating. So, I'll hold my perspective from now. But for the most part, if you had a rap show, if you're around a rapper who has tons of security around him, be easy. You don't need to start a fight. Absolutely no reason. Anyway, appreciate you guys. Thank you very, very much for watching this. Again, drop a comment down below. Drop a subscribe. We're getting close to that 1 million. YouTube suppresses us, but we continue on. Everybody out there, much love. Adam 22, Rope Gang. Peace.